Hey, gents. Whether you're dating an avoidant woman, you're married to one, you're just about to break up, you just broke up, she's maybe not as crazy as you think, and neither are you. Where it normally comes up in this dynamic, if a guy's shown up anxious, even if he's been secure and something brings that up in him or this particular relationship, well, first thing I would say is you guys met each other to heal something. And it probably doesn't feel that way. It probably feels the opposite. It can feel like the most love, or this is the best woman I found, and this is causing me pain more than any other relationship in the past. And you may have been with other avoidant women where some of this stuff came up, but not as deeply. I was just thinking of a coaching client I talked to recently, and him going through this, and he's mid-30s, and this relationship brought up so much stuff. He showed up more secure in general. And an important thing with these dynamics is the language we use. Sometimes people go read a book like Attached, great place to start, and then they will 5 years later say, if I get in a relationship, what if I show up as anxious again? I don't want to do that again. So they're still thinking that's me. Like, I have an anxious attachment, versus someone can be like, hey, I've done all this work. Right now I'm mostly secure, but yeah, under stress, I guess some of that I could show up as anxious. So I said, you're not crazy and she's not crazy. A lot of times the avoidant can cause where the anxious person, the anxious man specifically, doesn't feel seen, doesn't feel heard. This stuff almost always stems from childhood. And if you're the type of dude that believes, oh, is this that inner child shit? I don't have one of those. Bro, I get you. I was so resistant. I heard for years about inner child stuff, and I just thought it was goofy. I would honestly tell friends, especially female friends, and say, yeah, this inner child thing. I was like, yeah, I don't have one of those. I was like, I guess women have them, men don't, or at least I don't. And I actually, years ago, I actually believed that. So when this stuff comes up in relationship, this can be such an opportunity to heal stuff from our childhood. And it can bring up for an anxious guy, or let me rephrase that, a guy showing up anxious under stress. So not to call yourself an anxious guy. It can bring up so much pain. I can think I dated a few avoidants in my past, or women that were showing up that way. And one, it just brought up, amazing woman, brought up so much pain of shit I didn't know I had to heal. So when this dynamic happens, we can think we're kind of crazy. We can think we're overreacting. We can think we're being dramatic. We can go, I don't know why I want her to pay attention to me or hear me or see me, and she's not. Some guys will even say, oh, I want almost like validation, like if it was my mom saying good job. These things are normal. You're not crazy, bro. You're not alone either. And you probably at times, if you're in this situation, you feel crazy as fuck. Ask me how I know. I've been there as well. And also, whether you're in the relationship, you just broke up, you're about to break up, what if that inner 5-year-old, that's your inner child, by the way, that's feeling this way, and you're going, I'm 38, what's going on? That pain you're feeling, that anxiety that's showing up, that's not who you are. That's the emotion that's showing up of something, a part of you that needs to talk, that needs to be heard, that needs to let go, heal, depends, maybe all of the above. Whatever your status is with this woman, what if she's in just as much pain, but it's showing up totally different? As guys in this situation, we can think, oh, I'm under all this stress, and my girlfriend, my wife, or my soon-to-be ex-girlfriend, she's just like cool about the whole thing, and she just, she's like, oh, you just are one of those, your heart's too open, or you're this or that, and it can feel dismissive. This is the best example and metaphor I've found to understand this whole dynamic and make it really, really, really simple. Your inner 5-year-old, when it's been hurt or it gets triggered in this way, it's opportunity to heal, learn, grow, and fucking transform. Even though it doesn't feel like it right now if you're in the middle of it. It feels like, bro, how do I just get the bleeding to stop? Your inner 5-year-old, it feels unsafe. It's scared. It's literally like the awareness of a 5-year-old. If you're 38, that's great, but this part of you is 5 years old. So this part of you that is wanting to get closer to her, wanting attention, wanting validation, wanting to check the text messages and see, oh my God, we were talking for a half an hour and then she just disappeared for 4 hours. She didn't say she was gonna be, what is this? And you're checking it every 5 minutes. What if she was in a similar amount of pain? The difference is she has to get away because the pressure and the pain shows up differently. Now, you might not think that's possible. She could be in more pain. You're like, I didn't watch this video to get compassion. Well, you find a little, make you see your perspective different. Sometimes when a female has been avoidant, sometimes they've been anxious and they had pain midway through their life where they changed to be avoidant. Anxious is actually shows up more in women, avoidant more in men. In the past, like I said, I've showed up anxious. Avoidant, no, not really. That she could have pain from years or decades of her past that she doesn't want to look at. It's just too painful. So she guards her heart in the relationship, even though she's trying to open it simultaneously. So whatever pain you're going through, whatever indecision, whatever, did I make the right decision? We broke up 2 weeks ago. That's why I'm watching Phil's video. Should I have done it? But I feel different. Another part of me, should we get back together? Oh man. All that stuff, there's a version going on with her. Whether she's your ex, whether she's a soon-to-be ex, whether you're with her currently, she's got a scared 5-year-old inside of her too. We all do, until we provide the space and allow the 5-year-old to talk, see what it needs, give it what it needs. Having a scared 5-year-old inside you is part of the human experience. You got to take care of them. I'll give you an example. I am in, you can't see the whole room. It's a pretty dope room. Way cooler than last time. I'm in Hedico, Colombia, about 3 hours outside of Medellin, 2.5. And I know for a variety of reasons, my inner 5-year-old being one of them, and some other things, I just needed to get out of the city. So I drove here, talked to different parts of me, the 5-year-old being one of them. Got the biggest room I could get with a jacuzzi and picked the holiday that's ending to come out here to just sleep well and chill and take care of, let's call it my wild man and my inner child, which are two very different parts. Wild man wants to go explore, inner child to sleep, to journal, to have fun. Sometimes those two parts will agree. If your inner child, called something different, it doesn't sound as wimpy, if you've judged it like I did in the past, isn't heard, isn't taken care of, there's no place it will come out more than an intimate relationship. No place. You can have made so much money, you can have a 6-pack, you can have whatever, dream car. This part of you, you can have built some of those things by having hurt parts of you, because you have to show you're good enough. You have to show no one can shame you. This part of you, this kid that lives in you, that's coming up with this pain in an intimate relationship. If this kid doesn't feel safe, if this kid doesn't have a voice, there will be much bigger problems. And sometimes it can be just that we're not with the right person. And it's showing up in this dynamic with this anxious as a guy anxious under stress and a woman avoidant under stress. But these different parts of us, they're essential to all have a voice. And you might go, I don't have parts. And I'm not saying you have to believe what I say is true, but think about it for a second. Have you ever said to yourself, well, part of me wants to get a job, or part of me wants to rather stay in this comfortable job, part of me wants to start a business. Part of me wants to be single, part of me wants to be in a relationship. We all have these parts. Men, women, everybody. If you're 5 years old, if you're 50 years old, if you're 150 years old. So I'll leave you with this before we wrap up. If you were to sit with yourself in silence, in the dark, you can sit, I'm pointing to the bed over there, for 5 or 10 minutes. Just sit in silence. Have your phone somewhere where you can't touch it. And just ask that question. Say, you don't have to believe what I say is true, but if you did, you could ask this question. If I have an inner child, what would he want to say right now? What is he scared of? And when some people do this, it really surprises them what comes up. Remember, this is a part of you, and not to judge it. Because it might be like, whoa, he's pissed, he's really, his feelings are hurt, he's mad, or oh, he's super sad, I didn't know. It's a part of you, it's not all of you. It's not the part you would let drive your truck, but it's a part of you. And remember, that girl you were dating, or you're about to be done dating soon, or you're still dating or married to, if you're trying to figure out this whole anxious avoidance stuff, she's in pain too. It just seems more obvious that it's your pain, and then she often gets the bad rap, which isn't true, even though it would be convenient for the way you feel at times to make her out to be the bad one. Again, ask me how I know about the past. So thanks for tuning in. You're not alone, and you'll figure this out sooner than you think.